Hi there, I'm Bob Grabowski, owner of Bob the Czar's Car Bazaar, and we got deals and savings for you. This weekend only, we're slashing prices on all used cars, trucks, vans, and sports utility vehicles. For example, this 78 Flamenco Coolidge, originally $9,995.95, can be yours for $9 on the nose. This weekend only at Bob the Czar's Car Bazaar. Come on down.
Day 47. More bad news from the expedition, I'm afraid. We've had to wander the last 3 miles by foot, as our elephants decided to quit. Apparently they were tired of working for peanuts. The meter on our water supply is now pointing halfway, though I don't know whether it's half empty or half full. Water is, of course, our most precious resource, and we all have our own uses for it. The missionary, Father O'Reilly, has used a great deal of the supply to make his holy water. When I asked him how holy water is made, he simply stated, "I boil the hell out of it." According to the map, we are closer to our current destination than I had previously assumed, and yesterday we made our first contact with the Hullabaloo tribe, a simple, primitive group of savages. We were, however, given the royal treatment. Dawson's head was cut off, and our presence was complained about generally. The tribe has happily shared many of their customs and traditions with us. Today they escorted us through the jungle in order to show us how they pray to their god, Shirley, at the Shirley Temple. They then prepared a special meal in our honor, which consisted of a fried zebra's head, stuffed beetles, and some sort of drink made from the bladder of a baboon. I thanked them, but politely declined. I couldn't possibly bring myself to eat a meal as disgusting as the one they had prepared. Luckily, I remembered to pack a few of my favorite meals, including haggis and jellied eel. The princess of the tribe performed her customary dance of fertility. Our civilized eyes were not prepared for such a lewd and indecent display of eroticism. I couldn't bear to watch her obscene, gyrating movements of sensuality, so I had the men film it for me. In other news, my research into the animal kingdom is going frightfully well. This morning I discovered an insect which can only be described as an ant with a tick. I'm thinking of calling them antics. I've also discovered a species of fly without wings. I'm thinking of calling them walks. The natives have also informed me of a legendary creature that supposedly haunts this area of the jungle. It has no name, but can best be described as a sort of ghostly, stinging insect. Should I be able to actually discover these supernatural vermin, I shall call them boobies. That's all for now. Good night. Oh. Hashtag jungle selfie.
Samuel Langhorne Clemens, better known by his pen name, Mark Twain, is considered by many to be the father of American literature. But many people have never heard of Samuel's deranged younger brother, Buford Foghorn Leghorn Clemens, who went by the pen name Twark Main.
Well, Buford Clemens is considered by many historians to be significantly less talented than his brother Samuel. It's obvious there was a jealous streak that ran through Buford in regard to Samuel, and one only really has to look at his pen name to see this sibling rivalry come into play. After years of research and digging through the records, we discovered that the pen name Twark Main is actually a very clever reworking of the name Mark Twain. He just switched the first 2 letters there, you see. And this sort of theme is a constant throughout Buford's short career. The adventures of Tom Sawyer became the adventures of Sam Toyer, and so on. Other attempts to rework his brother's writings proved less fruitful. The Prince and the Pauper, Huck Finn. And this ultimately is what led to Buford's downfall.
A broken and dejected man, Buford was brought to the Craigpot Mental Institution, where he was deemed too mentally unstable for treatment. So, in 1904, he became a U.S. Senator.
All right, Mrs. Goat Muffin, let's just have a little listen to your chest. Breathe. Please breathe.
I'm breathing.
I'm not talking to you.
I'd like to have my palm read.
As you wish. Boo.
Hi there, Bob Grabowski again from Bob the Czar's Car Bazaar. You folks drive a hard bargain. Like the song says, you gotta know when to fold 'em, know when to hold 'em, and I respect you for that. That's why, in addition to our weekend sale, we're also offering 0% APR financing and no money down on all used cars, trucks, vans, and sports utility vehicles. Combine that with our competitive prices, and well, it doesn't get any better than that. So get your caboose down to Bob the Czar's Car Bazaar and test drive something today.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Gee, Johnny, you're a really good kisser.
Yeah, well, I'm mostly self-taught.
I feel so tingly.
That ain't too surprising. You're just lucky I didn't have anything better to do tonight.
Thanks for letting me pay for your ticket
Yeah, don't mention it.
and dinner and your cigarettes and popcorn.
It's the least I could do.
I know, you say all the girls say you're the most popular boy in school.
So, Janet.
Peggy.
Right, Penny. So, what do you say you and I,
Johnny, you can't do that.
Why not? Everybody else is doing it.
Well, if everybody else was jumping off a bridge, would you do that too?
If we got to do this first, yeah.
No, Johnny!
If you really loved me, you'd do it.
Johnny, how could you say such a thing? If we went through with this, you wouldn't respect me in the morning.
Oh, baby, I don't respect you now.
You'd still think of me the same way, right? As a good, proper girl?
I mean, if you'll still think of me that way, sure.
Okay.
All right.
Johnny?
Yeah.
What do we do?
Are you serious? You mean you don't know? You don't know. Well, you just,
Looks like a bobcat tore into it. Yeah.
eat your popcorn. Shut up. Don't say nothing.
Get that money over. Talking like that.
Hi there, Bob Grabowski from Bob the Czar's Car Bazaar. Again. Well, we've offered you fantastic deals and phenomenal financing options, as well as free t-shirts and stickers for the kiddies, but, well, guess there's just no pleasing some people. And since you're not going to get it through your thick skulls what amazing deals you're missing, here's what's going to happen next. I will dismember and eat this cute little doggy if you do not come down here and test drive something. This weekend only at Bob the Czar's Car Bazaar. You're gonna die.
There once was a lady from Bright, whose speed was much faster than light. She took off one day in a relative way and came back the previous night. There once was a man from Essa, whose knowledge grew lesser and lesser. His brain grew so small, he knew nothing at all, and now he's a college professor. Rita was prone to have fits, often tearing her clothing to bits. There once was a maid with such graces, her curves cried out for embraces. You look, said McGee, like a million to me, invested in all the right places. There once was a swimmer named Peach, whose swimming his job was to teach. Some said this was dim, cause he couldn't swim, though he was the son of a beach. A bather whose clothing was strewed by winds that left her quite nude. Saw a man come along, and unless I am wrong, you expected this line to be rude. The doctor was nobody's dummy. He examined Vanessa's round tummy. The reason it grew was Egyptian flu. She was going to become a mummy. There once was a fellow named Lee, who was sick as a fellow could be. He developed a cough that made things drop off, and now he is known as a sheep. I wish I was a little fish, frozen in the ice. And then when girls went skating by, wouldn't that be nice? Dig it!
All right, you little Apparently, you seem to think I was joking. And now, you've pushed me, Bob the Czar of Bob the Czar's Car Bazaars, just a little too far. I just ate a dog because you scumbags don't know a good thing when you hear it. And I love animals. So here's how we're gonna play this. You can either come down here this weekend and take advantage of our fantastic sales and wonderful financing options, or I will begin selecting random members of the community from this phone book and committing various acts of violence and domestic terrorism against them. Or you could come down here and drive one of our fantastic used cars, trucks, vans, or sports utility vehicles. The choice is yours, Mrs. Gluckman of Finn Avenue. See you soon.
If you enjoyed this video, then the formula is really quite simple. You must like, you must comment, and you must subscribe. That equals the big hells yeah!